company's account, which is very important in the company's account, that is forfeiture of shares. So what is the meaning of the term forfeiture? The term forfeiture means cancellation of shares. When the shareholder fails to pay the call value, the company has a right to forfeit his share, forfeit their shares. So let's take an example. So Mr. A is a shareholder and he is holding 100 shares. The company called application, allotment, first call and the second call. Let's take an example. This is the process. For the application 2 rupees, allotment 3 rupees, first call 3 rupees, second call 2 rupees. This is the company has called. Mr. A has paid application money, allotment money, first call money, and he did not pay the final call. That means the value per share is rupees 10. Out of 10, he has paid 8. He did not pay 2. Yes or no? Be very careful. Be very careful. This is paid. This is unpaid. Yes or no? So the company has forfeited their shares. Okay. So how much amount he did not pay? 2 rupees. How much amount he paid? 8 rupees. Sir, that means the company is going to repay those 8 rupees to the shareholder. No. Be very careful. The company is not going to pay even a single rupee. Even a single rupee to the shareholder. Why, sir? Because at the time of the company's incorporation itself, in the AOA and the MOA, every company will clearly mention that when at the time of forfeiture of shares, they are not going to repay you even a single rupee back, because we all are dealing with the primary company. See, if the company is going to get a loss, if the company has to pay the whole amount to the shareholder, yes or no? See, because that's what I told. There are two types, primary and the secondary. In the previous video, I have already discussed regarding this. So we all are dealing with primary. So as per the Companies Act 2013 or as per the SEBI guidelines or the registration of companies, every company has a right that the company can cancel the shares if they are unpaid. Okay, na? If the shareholder is not paying even a single rupee also, the company has the right to forfeit all his shares. Sir, at this point of stage, Mr. A has paid 8 rupees, and he did not pay 2 rupees. That means that it is a profit. This 8 rupees is a profit to the company, and again that it is a profit that they can reissue these shares. Sir, I did not understood clearly. Mr. A is holding 100 shares. Okay, Mr. A is holding 100 shares, out of which he has paid 8 rupees. He did not pay 2 rupees. Okay, that means 100 into 8, 800. So actually he has to pay 1000 rupees. He had paid 800 rupees. He did not pay 200 rupees. Okay. So the company has forfeited all his shares. Okay. So Mr. A is no more a shareholder. Mr. A is no more a shareholder. Okay. So how much amount he has paid? He has paid an amount of 800. So this 800 rupees is treated as a profit to the company. Be very careful. This 800 is known as share forfeiture amount. Share forfeiture amount. So this is not even a profit. It can be treated as even a profit if it is reissue. Sir, what reissue? See, I have already told you Mr. A is no more a shareholder, and this 100 shares the company can reissue to Mr. B also. This reissue concept came into picture only when they did not paid. Be very careful. When they did not paid. Okay, na? When they did not paid. So this is the simple reason. So they can reissue these 100 shares to Mr. B at rupees 10 each. Okay. So now what is the profit to the company? Normally 100 into 10, 1000. Actually, how much they have to get? 1000 they have to get, but how much they have got? 1800 they have got. How they got 1800, sir? Mr. A paid, Mr. B paid 1000 rupees, yes or no? Mr. A paid 800 rupees on the same shares. See, same shares after the cancellation, they are reissuing to some other person. Okay, now this is known as, this is main major part of the company's accounts. Be very careful with this. Okay, so share capital account data to call scenarios to share forfeiture account. So I have already told you we have no right to increase or decrease the share capital. So we are not doing anything in the share capital. On the, see, what was the entry? Share capital account data to calls in arrears account data to share forfeiture. Okay, share capital, see this entry I'm writing here, Nana, because of no space. Share capital we are writing 10 rupees, yes or no? Okay, because we have already told you we have no right to decrease the value per share. We are writing, so you have no right to decrease the value per share. That is, share capital is 10. So calls in arrears. See, here we have discussed what is the meaning of calls in arrears. The amount which they did not paid. So how much he did not paid? He did not pay the final call. That is second call, 2 rupees. How much he paid? Because the only paid amount can be transferred to the share forfeiture account. So how much the amount he has paid? 8 rupees. So how much? Application to allotment 3. So first call 3. 3 plus 3, 6. 6 plus 2, 8. Okay, now this is how you are writing journal entry at the time of forfeiture. See, the same logic which we have discussed in the past, yes or no? See, liabilities and income will always have credit balance. So to increase it, we have to credit it. To decrease it, we have to debit it, yes or no? Share capital will always have which balance? Credit balance, because it is a liability. Share capital is a liability. We are decreasing the share capital, so we are debiting it. So this logic is also applicable, yes or no? Be very careful with the logics, what I have explained in the beginning. Okay, na? Because without these logics it will be very clumsy to write all the things, because it is not an easy task to remember all the things for all the writing journal entries, because you are not reading only accountants, you are reading so many subjects. So try to make it much more easier at each and every point of time. Okay, now if you remember this logic which we have discussed in the previous videos, so it is very easy. So share capital will always have which balance? Credit balance, yes, and because it is a liability to the company, we are decreasing the liability. So how we are decreasing the liability? Because he did not pay the total money, yes or no? He did not pay the money, so we are cancelling his shares. Sir, what if we did not cancel the shares? Because if we did not cancel his shares, the only problem and the only risk is the share capital will be showing the total balances, but the amount will not get known. Actually, if we get the amount, it should be credited. We will not get any amount. So that is the reason why we are decreasing the share capital. Let's take an example. In the same example, so same example, he is holding how many shares? We have discussed 100 shares. So the total company is having 1000 shares, and some of the persons have purchased 900, and Mr. A has purchased 100. So when you did not decrease this 900, when you did not decrease this 100, so the only problem is we cannot show the perfect balance sheet, because if we did not decrease this 100, it will be showing 1000. If we have already forfeited, we have already cancelled his shares. We have already told Mr. A, you are no more a shareholder of a company. When you are cancelling his shares, how can you keep his shares in the company's balance sheet? So that is the reason we are decreasing the shares. Now be very careful with share forfeiture. So I'll explain in a brief view again. Forfeiture means cancellation. So cancellation of his shares. So at the time of cancellation, the company will not pay even a single rupee. The company will not pay even a single rupee to the shareholder. So the company will be treating it as a profit. The company will be treating it as a profit. So every company can reissue the forfeited shares only after the forfeiture. Be very careful. After the cancellation of shares of Mr. A only, they can reissue to Mr. B. Unless until the forfeiture, the company has no right to forfeiture the shares. Okay, na? And next, how to write the journal entries. See, normally, previously when we have discussed bank account data to share application to share capital. See, in the previous videos we have credited the share capital, because when we are maintaining the correct balance, when all the customers, all the stake or shareholders who are paying their balances correctly, we'll be crediting the share capital. But at this point of time, they are not paying, so we are not crediting their balances. Okay now, see, these are the simple reasons why we are debiting the share capital. So next, in this point only, there is another word called securities premium. See, same we have discussed previously. The logic of securities, wherever you find securities premium, 100% it will be relating to share capital only. If share capital is on the credit side, securities premium will be on the credit side. If the share capital is on debit side, the securities premium will also be on debit side. See, when a shareholder fails to pay the securities premium, see, let's continue the same example. The company has called 2 plus 3. 3 rupees is treated as a premium. This 3 rupees can be treated as a premium. See, what is the meaning of premium? The extra money which we are receiving from the company. Okay, now, say the premium may be in the lakhs also. If they said 10 lakh is the share value, means 10 rupees plus 9,990 is, this is the premium value. Okay, now be very careful. The premium, see, there is no restriction for the, so the premium can be unlimited. That's what it is. See, 10,000 is the total value per share. Okay now, so the value per share should not be maximum 10 rupees. Okay now, so it should not cross 10 rupees. So here it is 9,990 can be treated as a premium. See, that's what we have discussed in the previous videos, the securities premium. I have just told you the logic also. When you are writing a share capital, the securities premium will be relating to that. Sir, why the securities premium will be relating to that? The simple logic what we have discussed in the previous also. See, share capital, now see the same here. The share capital means it is a liability of the firm. Yes or no? The liability will always have which balance? Credit balance. To increase it, we have to debit. To decrease it, we have to debit it. Yes or no? To increase it, credit. To decrease it, debit. Sir, why we want to debit now? Because in the same example, Mr. A, he did not paid the securities premium, which we have called in the final call, which we have called in the final value. So amount, normal value is 2 rupees application, 3 rupees allotment, 3 rupees first call, 2 rupees final call. And in that final call, we have called for securities premium also. While writing the due entry itself, we will be recording yes or no. Now, at this point of time, we are not receiving any premium. We are not receiving any premium. So, we should not, before only we have credited. What was the general entry we will be writing? What was the general entry? So, bank account data to share application to share capital. Yes or no? This is the end. Okay, this is for the final call. No. Same. Share first call account data to share capital. And next to securities premium. Here we have credited the securities premium. That means while writing the due entry itself, we have written everything. Writing the due entry itself, we have recorded that he has already paid. But at the time of receiving bank account data to share first call, we did not receive his call. We did not receive his money. So the amount from here to here will get differ, yes or no? The difference amount is securities premium which he did not pay. So that is the reason why we are debiting the securities premium also. When he is not paying, we have to debit it. When he is paying, we need not want to do any such thing. Because we have already returned this. Okay now. This is forfeiture of shares. So I am telling at a glance, forfeiture of shares means, so forfeiture means cancellation of shares. That means the company has a right to forfeit the shares when the shareholder did not pay the call money, and the company has a right to forfeit the shares, and it has another right to reissue the shares. Sir, what is the meaning of reissue? That means after the term of cancellation, in the same example, Mr. A is holding 100 shares. These 100 shares can be reissued again because Mr. A is no more a shareholder of a company. That means his 100 shares were left with the company itself. Yes or no? His 100 shares were left with the company. So the company can reissue to Mr. B. That is what now we are dealing with, reissue of shares. Okay, now, this is very, very important. Be very careful with this. When the company forfeited the shares, it don't want to refund the cancelled share values to the shareholder. As the share can be treated as a profit to the company, it will be transferred to the capital reserve. It will transfer to the reserve capital. Be very careful. Okay, now the amount which it will transfer to capital reserve. Okay, now capital reserve is different from reserve capital. So that means at the time of reissue, the amount which we have transferred will be transferred to the share forfeiture account. Now there are so many cases which will be dealing with reissue of shares. So in the previous example, we have cancelled 100 shares of Mr. A, and the company, depending upon their need, the company may call for 100 shares or less than 100 shares, but it has no right to call for more than 100 shares, because this 100 is the maximum limit to be recalled. This is the maximum amount to be recalled. Okay, now be very careful with this. So fully reissue of shares, that means how many times partial reissue, fully reissue. Okay, now when the previous cancelled shares were transferred to share forfeiture account, and if there is any loss, it should be transferred to the same forfeiture account, and if there is any profit in reissue, it should be transferred to which account? Securities premium account. Because see, we are reissuing the shares. Okay, we are reissuing the shares. Sir, why we should transfer it to, if there is any loss, it should be transferred to share forfeiture. Why, if there is any profit, we have to transfer to securities premium? So because the simple reason, if A has paid total shares, then we will not recall him, no, because see, the profit of cancellation transfer to share forfeiture account. Yes or no? Mr. A has paid for 800 shares, so this 800 shares value will transfer to share forfeiture. This is the profit we have got. So now we are reissuing the same 100 shares. So we got loss by reissuing only for these shares, no. See, previously we got a profit. And we are reissuing the same shares, we got a loss. Be very careful. Reissued. Sir, what is the reissued loss? I'll tell with an example also. Just try to understand the basic logic. Okay, now at the time of forfeiture, we got a profit. Okay, now at the time of forfeiture, we got a profit. Now, profit means even it is a single rupee also, it is a profit to the company. Okay, now at the time of reissue, he got a loss. So it should be set off against this profit only. Be careful. This loss should be set off against to this profit only. And again, that reissue, if it is a profit, it can be transferred to securities premium. That means this is reissue now at profit. Reissued profit. This profit and this profit will get added. This both will be transferred to capital reserve. Okay, now we'll deal with an easy example. So Mr. X holding 1000 shares. Okay, 1000 out of this 1000 shares, only application money 3 rupees per share, and failed to pay the rest of all his shares, and all his shares were forfeited. That means who is holding? Mr. X is holding the shares. How many shares? 1000 shares. Okay, and he paid for these 1000 shares. He paid which money? Only application. That means how much he paid? 1000 into 3. That means this 3000 is a profit to the company. Yes or no? Sir, how can you say profit? He don't know. And all his shares were forfeited. Forfeited means cancelled. That means he is no more a shareholder of a company. So that means this 3000 is a profit to the company. Yes or no? That means, have you understood, Dana? How many shares? 3000 shares. And how much money he paid? Only 3 rupees. Nana, unless until it is given in the question, the forfeiture, you don't take it as a forfeiture. Be careful. If they say that he did not paid, means it is treated as a calls in arrears. Be very careful. If it is given in the question only as a forfeiture, take it as a forfeiture unless until it is given in the question this word, don't forfeit his shares. Okay now, what are the cases you'll get? Okay now and we have reissued all his shares. Okay, we have issued all shares means be very careful now. All shares means 1000 shares. Okay now, reissued means 1000 shares. Now what are the cases we'll be dealing with? Now reissue at 7 per share. Now what we have discussed, the maximum value per share is rupees 10. If it is issued more than 10, that excess amount is known as premium. Okay, we have reissued at 7 per share. We have reissued at 3 rupees loss. Yes or no? It is less than 10. First case, it is less than 10. We have reissued at a loss of 3. We have reissued at a 3 rupees loss. Be very careful with these logics. So reissue at 7%. This is first case. So what is the general entry we are dealing with? Bank account debtor, share forfeiture account debtor to share capital normally. Okay na? That means we have already discussed previously here. If there is any loss on reissue, it should be transferred to which account? Share forfeiture account. Okay. So 7 rupees means we are receiving this money. Yes or no? We are receiving this money. And the next, share forfeiture. How much amount loss we got? We can recall it for 10 also, but we call it only for 7. We can call it for 10 rupees also, but we call it less than 10. So that means 3 rupees is a loss. The 3 rupees is loss, which will be transferred to share forfeiture account. And see, from the beginning of this chapter, I am saying we have no right to increase or decrease the share capital. Be very careful. Okay na? We have no right to increase or decrease the share capital. So profit, how much we have got a profit? Previously we have got profit. Now here we have discussed 1000 into 3. Okay na? 1000 into 3. 3000 we got a profit. Okay. Now we have got a loss. This is loss, no? So how much we have got a loss? 3000. That means this is the first time cancellation. This is reissued at, we call it as a reissued discount, nana. Okay na? When you're calling for less than the value of share, it is called it as a discount. Reissue at a discount. We got a loss of 3000. So 3000 minus 3000. So there is no amount we need not want to transfer to securities premium. Capital reserve, securities premium, all were same. But for the examination point of view, most of the students or most of the faculties will prefer to writing securities premium. Okay na? See, capital reserve, securities premium, statement of profit or loss, all the amounts will be going to where? In balance sheet, reserves and surplus. Yes or no? So it is for easy understanding point of view, I have written securities premium. Both were same. Okay na? The amount will be transferred to last at the same destiny. That destiny is reserves and surplus. I hope you understood this now till now. So reissued at discount. This is reissued at discount, reissued at a par. Then this is reissued at a discount, reissued at a par, reissued at a premium. Okay. Now we'll go with the second case. Reissue at 10 per share. So what is the maximum value per share? 10. At how much rate you have reissued? 10. So what was the general entry? See, this is normally as per the general entry, no profit, no loss. Yes or no? No profit, no loss as per the general entry. Bank account debtor to share capital. See, that's what I'm saying. Here also, no, we did not increase the value per share. At this point of time also, we did not cross 10 rupees. See, that's what I'm saying. We have no right to increase nor decrease the value per share. Now, guess how much amount will be transferred to securities premium? 3000. Sir, how sir 3000? Previous profit we got, no here. Previously we got a profit. Nana, be very careful. This is reissue of shares. That means the same share we are reissuing, we are issuing in the same share twice. First time we got a profit of 3000 and the same shares we issued at a loss of 3000. So amount transferred is 0. At this point of time, the profit we have transferred is 3000. Okay na? See, this is previous one. Currently, we did not receive any profit, but previous profit we have received. No, that is the amount. And next loss 0. We did not issued less than 10 rupees. No, we have issued equal to 10 rupees. So we did not got any loss. I hope everyone understood this point. Be very careful, Nana. Keep in mind 2 points. At the first time, how much you have got a profit at the time of first issue. Okay, na? And the next, when you are transferring it to somewhere, when you are reissuing it, did you reissue it at a discount or did you reissue it at a par? Did you reissue it at a profit? You keep these 3 points in the mind. You keep these 3 points in the mind at the time of reissue. Okay. And the next, Nana, be very careful. This is reissued at 12 rupees. What is the meaning of 12? So 10 plus 2. So why you are writing 10 plus 2? This 10 is the value per share. This 2 rupees is the premium. So what is the general entry? Bank account data to secure share capital account data to securities premium. See, when you are reissuing it at 12, you are writing bank account data, securities premium, share capital. When you're reissuing at a discount, you're writing bank account data, share forfeiture account data to share capital. See, whatever the entry may be, this entry is common, bank account data to share capital. When you're reissuing at a loss, in the debit side, you'll get share forfeiture. When you're reissuing at a premium, you'll get securities premium here. Bank account data, share capital is common. Here also you got bank account data to share capital, yes or no? Here also you got bank account data to share capital, yes or no? Here also you'll get bank account data to share capital. Here we have written 10. Here also we have written 10. And here also we have written 10. Be very careful. This is very, very important. So bank account data to share capital to securities premium. This is 2 rupees we have written. No, this is securities premium. Okay, na? These are the 3 cases which will be dealing with reissue of forfeiture shares. Nana, be very careful, very, very important at this point of time. When you're dealing with, when you're writing with ISC or CBSE exams, how they're going to ask question means, so they'll give oversubscription of shares, first point. In that oversubscription, they'll give forfeiture of shares and they may or may not give reissue of forfeiture shares, but reissue of forfeiture shares is very, very important because in most of the cases they have asked reissue of forfeiture shares, because forfeiture shares anyone can do, but reissue of forfeiture shares, some of the persons may get confused. They'll just think only this one. They'll not consider is there any previous year profit, is there any profit for the first issue or not. Okay, na? Be very, very careful. And the next point we are dealing with, so at this point of time, how much will be transferred to securities premium? Amount transferred to securities premium is 5,000. Sir, how you got 5,000? So previous profit 3,000, yes or no? Current profit 2,000. So 3,000 plus 2,000 we got 5,000. Okay, na? And the next, a very important topic is reissue of shares at a pro rata allotment. Reissue of shares at pro rata allotment. It means the company cancelled all the shares but reissued only some of the shares. In the previous example, he is holding 1,000 shares and he has reissued 1,000 shares, but at this point of time he is holding 1,000 shares but he has reissued only 800 shares. Let's take an example for easy understanding. Okay, na? That means the remaining shares were left with the company itself, yes or no? That is what we'll see here. It means the company cancelled all the shares but reissued only some of the shares. We have to calculate the securities premium value based on the reissue but not on the total shares. Nana, be very careful. But not on the total shares. What is the meaning of but not on total shares? This is the total shares, yes or no? And reissued, that means these are the reissued shares. When you are calculating the amount of securities premium, you have to calculate only for 800 but not for the 1,000. Okay, na? See, it can be easy to understand with the help of an example. So, Mr. A is holding how many shares? 1,000 shares. Okay. Paid only application money allotment. That means how much he has paid? 3 rupees as application, 2 rupees as a allotment. Very good. That means how much he paid? 5 rupees he paid. And failed to pay remaining calls and all his shares were forfeited. Sir, how we can find the remaining amount? That's what. They'll not give the value per share is rupees 10. It is by default the value per share is rupees 10. If they have given or not given, it is rupees 10. Failed to pay all his calls and all his shares were forfeited and reissued to Mr. Y 500 shares at rupees 10 each. So that means we had reissued at a par. Be very careful. We have reissued at which value? At a par. Okay now. So now we have to find out how much amount it should be transferred to securities premium. How much amount will be transferred to securities premium? Sir, why we should calculate it? Because at the time of reissue, how much amount you want to transfer to securities premium means, see, in those previous cases we have discussed, when you're reissuing at a discount, par, premium, so that means at this point of time there is no two premiums. This is a case 2. This is second case. Yes or no? So at this point of time we should not see the reissue value and we have to see only the shares. We have to see only the shares. So at this point of time we should not say, okay, previously we got 1000 into 5. So 5000 we got. We should not see this value. We have to see only how many shares were subscribed. How many shares were purchased by the shareholder or subscribed by the shareholder. So and how many shares we are reissuing it to the person. Okay na? And amount transferring it to the securities premium. So previously how many shares were there? 1000 shares. And how many shares were reissued? 500 shares were reissued. Okay na? That means we have to see amount transfer to the securities premium. Amount transfer to the securities premium. That means for 1000 shares he got a profit of 500. And for 500 shares, how much amount we will get a profit? This is the amount we have to find out. So you can do it in a 2 to 3 methods. First method is 500 into 5000 divided by 1000. Cross multiplication we'll say, no. So or we can do it. So 5000 into 1000 divided by 500, or any point of time or any way you can do it. Or see, we can do it. So we'll get 2500, or 1000 means it is into 5 times, yes or no. Multiply this also into 5. You'll get 2500, or any way depending upon your maths you can do it in your any process. So be very careful with these logics. Be very careful. So we have to find out amount transfer to securities premium. So why we are not writing this 5000? Why you are transferring only 2500? Because sir, what happened to the remaining 500 shares? What happened to the remaining 500 shares? Why we are not taking into consideration this 500 shares? Now the logic is very simple. Depending upon the company mindset, the company may call it for a discount, at a par, at a premium. Who knows that the company may call this 500 shares at rupees 10 or rupees 7 or rupees 15 or rupees 20. No one knows. So that is the reason why we are considering only these 500 shares at the time of reissue. We are not considering these 500 shares. We are considering only these 500 shares. Okay, now I hope everyone understood the logic behind this. Everyone understood why we are not considering this 500, because depending upon their depending upon the need, the company may call it for 7 rupees also. Depending upon the company need, they call for 10, 15, 20 or unlimited. Okay, that is the reason why we are handling only these 500 shares. We are not considering these 500 shares. So while calculating the amount in share forfeiture, we have to consider 2500 only, but not this 500. Okay na? So after the journal entries which you have written in case 2, this is how we are writing in journal entry. Bank account to securities premium. Okay na? Why we are not writing case 1, case 2? See, in this first case there is no loss, no. Yes and simple. We have reissued at a 10 only. So there is no, there is no loss in that, or neither there is no profit in that. So we are writing as per this second case. Okay na? As per the B. I hope everyone understood this. Please listen again and again, which is very, 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 very important.